Hey guys, this is Krista from the Moratorium. Do you like grisly gore and mysteries? Of course you do. That is why I suggest you subscribe to my blog, Suspended Animation, Dormant Stories Waiting to be Told, where we at the Moratorium offer a number of lurid tales from axemen running around New Orleans to phantoms in Texarkana. And if you're feeling especially generous, head over to our Patreon, where for just a couple bucks a month, you can help the Moratorium grow. And that would be pretty kick-ass. And remember, long live VHS.
Hey kids, it's time for another Yarn Wall episode of the Moratorium. A laugh riot trivia dump to get you primed for next week's movie. Come in here, have no fear. It's a world of laughing and hysterics. In the end, you'll realize we're all movie geeks inside. Cue the music.
And in 3, 2, 1, I already forgot it.
You will be soon to speak as a giant, or like all the others, dead.
You think I imagined all of it, don't you? You think I'm insane?
That's feng shui.
A match made in a bathroom. Just floating into the void. I'm going to look up tirade right now.
There's nothing like talking for like 30 minutes before the show when we should have been recording it the entire time.
Tirade. A long, angry speech of criticism or accusation.
All right.
So you do have to be mad.
Arr.
What constitutes angry? You could look calm and still be mad.
I could look constipated. I mean, that's kind of the same, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never seen you. I don't think I've ever seen you mad before. Probably constipated, but you didn't.
I was confused.
You didn't let me know.
You just look constipated.
Yeah. Why are you making that face? Are you mad? No, I'm just constipated. You about to go on a tirade about being constipated?
That's probably.
I go on a constipation tirade.
That sounds like an album cover right there. Constipation
tirade. I think it's a Rush Rush album. Definitely prog rock.
I watched some weird shit this week, I will have to say. And I watched some trailers of some weird shit. And I think that comes from us watching more weird shit. I don't know if it's just the algorithm feeding
like you got
me
infected.
this. Yeah, exactly.
Right. After watching Basket Case and analyzing it, your brain just works differently.
Yeah,
now?
I'm gutter trash right now.
Have you taken a shower today?
No.
That'd be where to start. Before Basket Case and after.
Because of Basket Case and Body Horror, and I'm looking up different shit. I'll connect this in a little bit with a movie that I saw that for some reason I was on YouTube and I watched the separation of conjoined twins.
A real video?
Why? I don't know. You know, as working in the medical field, that none of that bothers me. You know, the blood and the gore. And probably we have desensitized ourselves by watching these gory, nasty flicks all of our lives.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That if we saw a dead body on the side of the road, we would probably be the one to pick up the stick first, start poking it.
Yeah. Or at least drag it off so nobody else hits it.
Yeah. This is my dead body. I'm poking it.
So, I wonder how often there are how many cases of conjoined twins.
I don't know.
Because I can only think of those two girls, you know.
Right. The most famous ones. Yeah.
Yes.
Have they been separated?
I think they got separated. Yeah.
I thought so too, but, you know, it shows up on, you know, like social media as like, you know, clickbait.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to find out, but I'm like, no.
Yeah.
They're going to show me everything else except for the picture that's on the clickbait.
Yes.
Every time.
It's picture number 56 of the slideshow that you have to start in order to watch it. Okay, well, I feel like a dummy because there are tons of... If you just type in conjoined twins and look at the images... But the girls I'm talking... You know who I'm talking about. It's the girls with... One kind of has punky hair and...
And weren't they dating, like, twins that were not conjoined or something like that? Yeah.
That'd be the perfect... that's what you want.
Can you assume that one of them was just like, oh, I'll just be asleep over here, guys. You just do what you're going to do.
Honk shoot, honk shoot. And then one eye kind of like...
I can feel that too.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to cut all of that out.
Is that your hand? Yeah, it is. Technically.
Oh, wow.
None of them look like Belial, though.
Okay.
I changed my notification sound on my phone to his scream. So
every time I text you, it's just...
Yeah. Please don't text me after like 8:30. I will have a heart attack while I'm asleep.
Great. All right. Well, it's been another
all right.
week,
Let's wrap it up.
Next week, we're watching body horror films. We're just going to watch Medical Atrocities.
That's another Rush album.
Medical Atrocities.
That's actually a pretty...
I like that.
I'll write that down. Did you say who we are or what we're doing yet?
No, I didn't.
That's why I asked you that, is because I don't think we should.
Okay. You know why you're here, guys.
Yeah. You know what you did. You're in timeout.
Yep.
The only thing you can do is listen to this.
Welcome to the Yarn Wall. I'm Tim. That's Jason.
Boom. Done. That's it. That's all you need to know.
And do I need to explain a yarn wall? I think I need to make a little mini moratorium to explain what a yarn wall is. Since you didn't realize until a couple of weeks ago that the yarn wall was actually kind of a separate entity.
Right. I had no idea.
And I've been just describing it as a trivia dump.
Yeah. Just a couple of guys gassing off about poopy movies.
Gassing off.
That's a term, right? Or phrase?
Sure. Maybe in Great Britain.
I bet it is. Bunch of gassy bastards over there.
All right, guys. Well, we watched Basket Case last week.
Yeah, it's just a play on words. It's not a pun.
No.
Because there is a thing called, that's a description for a person that's like, what do you think? Like, just antisocial, doesn't want to go outside or something. But then they kind of switched it around because Belial's actually in a wicker basket from Pier 1.
Yeah, from Pier 1.
All wicker came through Pier 1 on its way to market.
All right, so the dictionary here on Google saying basket case is a person or thing regarded as useless or unable to cope.
Useless.
Useless. Or a
That
country
seems...
or organization in severe financial or economic difficulties.
Is also called a basket case?
That's what it says.
I've never heard of a country called a basket case.
I think we're living in one, sir.
Oh, wow, man.
Welcome to Basket Case America.
That's true. You're right.
Anyway, yeah. All right. I think we're done here, right?
Yeah, we did a lot of good work.
Yeah. I blame you.
Okay,
for the following ... Okay.
Okay, ellipsis. Spelled out ellipsis, or said out loud.
Now, I blame you for, putting me on hold for a little bit while your wife was getting ready to leave so we can record today.
Uh-huh.
That's the reason I have changed my movie for next week like 8 different times.
Okay. In 20 minutes?
Oh, it's been an hour.
Well, yeah, you're probably right.
I started early this morning going through some stuff. I knew where I wanted to go.
You mean mentally?
Yeah. And I started going down some different paths that led me to some weird shit.
Okay.
So I've got a lot to talk about. Now, whether it is conjoined in a train of thought or just loose bits all over the place, That's up for you to decide.
That's for me to decide. I've got to do all the work.
I'm all over the place. You're going to have to sew it all back together.
Ah, okay. Like a quilt.
So bear with me. Starting with Basket Case and trying to weave a yarn from the characters, the actors that are in this movie, getting trapped around the Henenlotter verse.
Yeah. And especially having to say that name so many times. Like a name that doesn't roll off your tongue and having to say it like once every 10 minutes.
Yeah. And especially like Hentenrick as well. Van Hentenrick.
Yes, they bonded over their strange last name.
It got me to looking at It's Alive because we talked about that last week with body horror type, movies. And It's Alive being in 1974, written and directed by Larry Cohen.
I had no idea that it was that old.
And I think I made the assumption that Michael Moriarty was in all three of these movies. No, he is not.
Yeah. I mean, in 74, Moriarty's not, he wasn't that old while he was in the, the ones in the 80s, like Q and stuff like that. He only looked like he was in his 30s.
Q wasn't too far away from It's Alive, was it?
Oh, man.
Q was 1982. So it's again 8 years after It's Alive.
When I was too young to watch or just have access to Larry Cohen movies, because I remember the stuff being on TV all the time. And It's Alive was, later, like in the maybe 90s, I think it was, one of those like afternoon TV movies. But I remember wanting to watch horror movies so bad and seeing the cover with the baby with the claw hand, just being like, what in the hell is that? And I have to watch it immediately.
I think I've seen It's Alive Part 2. More, actually, it's called It Lives Again. That's what threw me off. And I remember that box art because that's the birthday cake with the three-fingered baby hand that's clawing through the icing. Yeah.
Yes. Which I think is a scene in that movie.
I believe so.
There is actually a birthday cake.
Just looking at Michael Moriarty's stuff here, he was born in 1941.
Mm-hmm. He's still alive, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just right before Q, though, I just clicked on Reborn.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a movie with Dennis Hopper.
Okay. A horror movie?
The director is Bigas Luna.
Okay. All right. You're just making all of this very funny, Tim. You got me to go along with your... What did you say the name of the movie was?
Reborn, 1981.
I feel like there's going to be a ton of movies called Reborn.
Yeah. A man discovers that his girlfriend is a stigmata.
Is a stigmata?
Yeah, is a stigmata. Parentheses... Someone whose hands and feet mysteriously bleed at the same places where Jesus Christ was crucified, and tries to keep her out of the hands of a greedy TV preacher who plans to exploit her to make money for himself. So,
okay. I've never heard of this movie ever in my life. I'm looking at it right now.
And directed by Bigas Luna.
Is that a man, a woman?
That means large moon, right? That's just what that means.
Biggest. It's Latin for big. Barcelona.
Biggest.
That's a whole lot of nothing.
That's a whole lot. That's what I'm saying.
That's a big nothing burger.
I just looked this up in the 10 seconds that you were talking about Michael Moriarty and Q. So this is just a hint on how the rest of this episode is going to go, because I'm going to hit on a lot of weird shit like this.
Do you have restless episode syndrome? Is that why you're just jumping randomly between... I thought that's what you said, is that you had restless episode syndrome. Hey, now wait a minute. Okay, so that guy, Bigas Luna, I'm looking at his other movies... There's a movie with a lady with an angry poodle on her lap. Have you seen that?
Called Caniche? Caniche.
It's a type of dog. It's a poodle.
Okay.
That's what a caniche is. Caniche.
It sounds delicious.
But on that box, it looks like it's gonna kill somebody.
It looks like it's a live baby, yes.
Yeah. It's clearly evil. Wow, you have opened up we got to get to the bottom of this, right?
There's no bottom. This is bottomless.
Here's like keywords that are down here at the very bottom under the synopsis.
On caniche?
On caniche, if that's how you say that. Poodle in classical Spanish. These are the keywords. Forced incest, brother-sister incest, doggy-style sex, sex with sister, sex with brother. Murder-suicide is also the last keyword. So,
and it says here in the details that this is also known as poodle. 1979, wow. Caniche.
Oh, it does say comedy. It says comedy, drama, mystery. So maybe we're the idiots.
No.
That was very strange, though, to see that.
Yeah.
You know what else he did? Anguish. The one with Zelda Rubinstein on the front of it.
This poodle is clean.
What did you do to it? I have seen the cover of this a billion times. It looked too cheesy to rent. But I did not realize that those are like eyeballs behind her.
No, I thought those were knobs.
Yeah, or something.
Weird. Yeah. I just know the cover with her face and that the swirly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she was playing, Dreamcast. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big Dreamcast enthusiast, Zelda Rubinstein.
Anguish reads, a controlling mother uses telepathic powers to send her middle-aged son on a killing spree.
That old story.
That's been done so many times. I want to see this.
Michael Lerner's in that.
Yeah.
That's it. Zelda and Michael Lerner. I only watched horror TV this weekend.
Okay.
We started Evil.
Right. I watched the first episode of that.
I don't know what it airs on. It's kind of like CSI.
Right.
Like during the day, but then at night it turns into sort of a James Wan kind of thing, There's a guy in makeup. I'll just say that without ruining anything. That is very scary. And then the girls from Westworld, I can't think of her name, but she's really good. Why did I bring that up?
I don't know. Go check it out, guys.
Yeah. And we also started the new season of American Horror Story.
Did not start it yet.
It's called Double Feature.
Right.
Is the name of this season. I'm starting to understand what it's about, but it's very strange. I mean, they're all pretty... Well, I guess that's not true. Some of them are pretty straightforward, But this one is... We're 2 episodes in and not exactly sure what's going on.
All right. I didn't realize it's already 2 episodes. I'm behind on a lot of stuff.
Oh, duh. That's why I wanted to say that. Evil has Kurt Fuller is her psychiatrist in it.
Okay, Kurt Fuller is...
He's been in everything.
Oh my God. No, he was in Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he also in Wayne's World? He fell on his keys.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He was actually kind of a good guy in that. I think he was in No Holds Barred. Oh. He was in the Tortellis. Anyway, let's see how many. You remember the Tortellis?
207 credits.
Jesus Christ.
This guy's been around.
Yep. And also, he's in really good movies, too. They aren't all just...
He was in The Running Man? Oh. I did not know that. He was in one episode of the Tortellis, and you brought that up. That episode is called Coochie Coochie, by the way.
Oh, brother. How many spin-offs did Cheers have? Oh. It had the Tortellis, Frasier.
Why didn't George Wendt get his own spin-off?
Norm. I bet that at least somebody pitched that.
Yeah.
In True Believer, his name was George Ballistics.
Oh, okay. His last name's Ballistics, or was he with Mrs. Ballistics? I want a name like that.
If your name was George Ballistics, I think you're required to.
You're not going to be a janitor, right?
No.
Oh, man.
Wow.
We are totally off the rails.
What is happening right now?
Uh-huh.
Man, I remember liking True Believer so much. I wonder if that is still true.
I don't remember it. True Believer, let's tell our audience, True Believer, James Woods, Robert Downey Jr., Kurtwood Smith, Charles Hallahan from The Thing. We need to start letting our audience in on our mindset, because we know these actors by their names and their faces, but nobody else, I think, realizes, unless you're a true geek like we are, who these people are unless we tell them what they're from. Like Louise Guzman is also in there. Did you see that Louise is supposed to be the new Gomez Adams and the new...
Really?
Yes. And I'm like, I thought Gomez was supposed to be kind of dapper and like suave, and that is not Louise Guzman.
You're saying Louise Guzman can't be dapper? How dare you? I love him. I bet he could pull that off.
I do too, but seeing him like coming all up to Morticia, I don't know if I could see that. I can't envision that.
If you compare him to Raul Juliet,
I
mean, like, that's suave, you know.
Yeah, Raul Juliet was suave. Louise Guzman and Catherine Zeta-Jones is playing Morticia.
Holy shit!
So if you want to see them make out, and I'm sorry, I don't. I really don't.
I don't know. I might.
By the way, the show is actually called Wednesday, and it's not called like the new Addams Family.
Wait, it's a TV show?
Yeah.
I thought they were making a new movie or something.
No, it's a TV show coming to Netflix. So far, there's 8 episodes. I have 0 answers, guys. I mean, this is new stuff. Well, series directed by Tim Burton. There you go.
You did bring it up.
Yeah. Why did I bring it up? I don't know. Somebody rewind and figure out how we got here and see if you can go back in time and then interrupt me so we don't have to go down
with
this
a
path.
bullet.
That was True Believer.
Oh, right. Oh, I just remember that being like one of the first, like, I thought it was so cool that James Woods had long hair and was like smoking a joint, you know, in his office.
Well, he was a lawyer, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, he was like a pro bono, like drug lawyer or something. I don't know.
So he was trying to get Yuji Okamoto out of jail or something like that? Which Yuji Okamoto was chosen in Karate Kid Part 2, by the way. I know you knew that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Kurt Fuller. That was the whole reason.
That was Kurt Fuller.
Kurt Fuller.
Thank you for your service.
We will definitely go down some of his stuff later.
Oh, man. Just for No Holds Barred alone. Hollywood Hulk Hogan. You know that movie?
Yes. Did we talk about Larry Cohen being the creator of Branded, the TV series?
What? No.
Branded.
We talked about somebody directing a couple of episodes of it.
Yeah. Larry Cohen, creator, 48 episodes, 1965.
What?
Branded.
That's
bulk of the series, dude.
Is that possible?
He's done a lot of TV shows.
He did Surfside 6.
He did The Invaders, which is aliens are here, posing as human and not friendly. David Vinson has seen them land, and now he must evade them and convince others of their presence while not being put in the booby hatch. Oh my God.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
I know. I want to get in the booby hatch.
Booby hatch. I'll get in there.
43 episodes from 1967 to 1968. 43 episodes in a year? That's insane.
Yeah. He directed a couple of episodes of Rat Patrol, which was Christopher George was the main character, you know. You've got to read the IMDb stuff for Eric Braeden.
That sounds like a fake name. That sounds like a fake detective name.
It definitely is a fake name because he is German, I think. It's Aeden.
Oh. It's a broad N.
Yes, exactly. But he's the guy from The Young and the Restless. He's been on that,
yeah. That's
forever.
It. Forever. 3,537 episodes.
Yes.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he was Dr. Otto in Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
He has a crazy IMDb trivia.
Oh,
He's the brother-in-law of Bob Crane.
Okay. Bob Crane is?
From Autofocus. He's the guy from... why can't I think of the name of that show?
Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, but apparently he into some dark stuff in his...
I remember that now, yes.
I mean, I don't want to get too into it, though.
He was one of the first disc jockeys in the country to earn in excess of $100,000 per year. 1960. That's what it says.
Man, this might be our weirdest episode ever.
The cause of death was bludgeoning with a blunt instrument, which police suspected was a video camera tripod. However, the murder weapon was never found, and this could not be proved. A video cable was wrapped around his neck post-mortem.
He had the word Kodak imprinted on his forehead, so they thought it might have been the tripod.
Wow.
Detectives didn't really get good until like...
No, are you kidding me? That was 1978 when he died.
Yeah. 78, really?
Wow.
Oh, man. Yeah. A lot of weird stuff that old Bob was up to.
Old Bob. Anyway, wow. All right,
What are we doing? It's like I went into a fugue state for a minute and I just snapped out of it.
All right, I'm going to click off of Eric Braeden. I'm going to click off of Larry Cohen. We'll talk about him again, I'm sure.
Kurt Fuller?
Yeah,
I clicked off of him. Oh, anyway, Kurt Fuller is her therapist on Evil. That's all I wanted to say. Okay. Like 20 minutes ago.
And the setup for that is
she is
she like lost her job, and then this guy hired her, who is part of the Catholic Church, kind of, but investigating evil occurrences. Is that correct? Yes,
but that all happened in like 30 minutes in the first episode. So it really is like, I had to keep on asking my wife. I was like, no, why is she... So she's working for them now? And she's like, yeah, didn't you hear? Like, she was like, the whole plot of the first few episodes is her like slowly believing that there might be some, supernatural shit going on.
Okay.
Pretty good.
All right. I might have to go back and revisit it. I think I've already abandoned it. I do that a lot with my wife, is we'll watch one episode. We'll watch the pilot or whatever.
For sure.
And I'll be like, you can continue watching that. I got better things to do, like come in here and make a Space Boobs promo for Saturn 3 or Life Force.
Yep, you did that.
Yeah, I did that. I didn't tell you. I got flagged on TikTok.
I saw that. I saw that on Twitter. I was like, I'm proud of you, Tim.
Yep.
You're one of the good ones.
I actually, I repealed it. They released it, and then nobody watched it. So
there was a legal battle.
Yeah.
To get your video.
Right. I spent a lot of time putting a hoodie on Matilda May.
I could tell. It was seamless. Seamless.
A lot of fun. This is what I do in my spare time. If I'm not working on the podcast, I'm working on... Oh, sorry, the podcast. So.
If I'm not working on the podcast, I'm working on the podcast.
All right, so let's go to Basket Case now. Let's start this whole train. I'm going to take us down some weird shit, and I'll have plenty of tangents along the way.
All right, choo-choo.
As we already talked about, everybody that seems to be in Frank Henenlotter's movie, and Basket Case in particular,
live within a block of him.
I think they also came to revisit in other movies from Henenlotter. Some of them did. A lot of them just starred in this movie and probably said, no, I'm not working with you ever again. You have steered me away from movies, period.
Yeah, they just like crawl back into their refrigerator box. And...
But there are a few characters that actually went on to do other things. Just a few.
Okay.
And we already talked about Sean McCabe, who played young Dwayne, and his stunt history. Man. Yeah. Yep. But I clicked on Tim Robinson. Tim Robinson is the guy who stole the basket in the movie theater.
I'm sorry, it's actually... Tim is your name. His name is Tom Robinson. I just don't want you to get in too deep.
Wait. You're saying I'm Tim.
Your name is pronounced Tim.
Let me write this down.
Although it does get more complicated.
Tom Robinson has two...
Oh, I know where you're going with this. I've already got it open.
You've already see it. He is the writer and actor in a movie called Salvation. Have you said your prayers today?
That's the full title. Salvation, ! Have you said your prayers today? ?
And I sent this to you earlier in the week because I'm like, what the shit is this?
It was very confusing.
I cannot find this anywhere. Nobody, I don't think it's ever been put out on DVD, and I'm probably fine with that.
I'm sure there's a reason they did it like this, but it spelled salvation on the title, but on the box, the S is a money symbol.
A dollar sign.
A dollar sign, yes.
A money symbol.
Money symbol. Your earth money. I don't know how to talk.
That's hilarious because we talk about, we love movies that have a colon in it. This went above and beyond.
Well, and then you look just a little deeper and you're like, what is happening with the people that are in it?
Now, this reads, a troubled young woman hooks up with a money-crazed televangelist and becomes a rich heavy metal Christian rock star.
87 probably is the epicenter for Christian heavy metal, would you say?
Sure.
I mean... What do we got? Striper.
To hell with the devil.
Yeah. Those were all around that time.
Oh, yeah. So this movie was written and directed by Beth B.
Yep. Not a lot on Beth B. It's one of those pages that doesn't really... It gives the barest of information.
She has done absolutely nothing, but we will go back to her in just a second after we talk about why the hell Stephen Mccaddy is the Reverend.
Well, I can say from looking at the cover, he looks exactly like what I picture a televangelist to look like. He looks a lot like Graham. Billy Graham. Couldn't think of it.
I thought he kind of looked like if Peter Weller and Lance Henriksen had a bastard child.
Yeah. Yeah, Bob Crane filmed the whole thing.
Those who don't know who Stephen Mccaddy is, we talked about him several times. He became, to our knowledge, late in the game.
Yeah. He's a prototype
that
of Lance Henriksen.
We recognized him. Yeah. But he was in Pontypool, and that's probably the first thing I remember him. And then researching, he's been in so many freaking things, but he's got a great kind of raspy, deep voice. You can't really tell how old he is.
No, you really can't.
He was born in 47. So he's like 73, 74 now.
He actually is probably very close to the same age as Lance Henriksen.
Probably so.
They look like separated at birth, kind of.
Yes.
They don't look a lot alike. But if you described both of them to like a crime scene or like a, you know what I mean?
They would arrest Stephen Mccaddy and leave Lance Henriksen alone.
Yep, just like he planned.
Yeah. It's all an elaborate plan.
I think I probably saw him in X-Files maybe before Pontypool, but I didn't know him by name.
Yeah, I think we talked about him before because he was in a movie called Look What's Happened to Rosemary's Baby, the television movie.
Yeah, that sounds like a Zucker Brothers movie or something, like a parody movie.
Right, it does. I started looking down some of his stuff here.
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Best Revenge, 1984, with John Hurd, which is, the dad from freaking Home Alone.
We're just saying the guy from Sharknado now because that's his. We're just using the lowest common denominator.
Levon Helm, John Rhys Davies, Michael Ironside. I was like,
holy shit.
And Best Revenge reads, an American tourist in Spain is forced to take part in a $4 million drug deal because his best friend has been kidnapped and is being tortured by the drug kingpin who set up the whole operation.
That checks out. Levon Helm is like the other lead. I mean, there's John Hurd and him.
Yeah. It's crazy. Written by, in part by Rick Rosenthal.
Right.
Rick Rosenthal, we've talked about him plenty of times because he directed Halloween 2.
Yep, he also directed Bad Boys.
That's right. 1983. Sean Penn, Clancy Brown, Isaiah Morales.
That's it right there. That's a good cast.
Anyway, I've never seen Best Revenge and
no.
Probably won't.
What's best about it? Why is it better than the other Revenges?
The sequel is called The Other Revenge.
Okay. He is also in a Yul Brynner movie called The Ultimate Warrior.
I remember the picture of that.
Which, on its face, looks unbelievable. It looks so badass. The reality is not so much. It's got a ton of people in it. It's got Max von Sydow. It's got Bill Smith, our favorite stuntman.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Do not know who Stephen Mccaddy. I mean, his name's Robert in the movie. Which, anyway, holy shit! And the referee from Karate Kid. Oh, that's Karate Kid 2. No, that's Karate Kid 3.
No, that's Karate Kid 1.
Look, don't argue with me about this. But anyway, Ultimate Warrior sounds and looks so badass, and the reality is it's kind of boring, but it is like post-apocalyptic. Yul Brynner, I think, is the Ultimate Warrior.
Okay, yeah. I remember seeing the box art. Yeah.
He's just in a, destroyed part of what looks like New York, standing on top of a bus, and people are looking out the window at him like, how long has that fucking guy been out there? And they're like, a week. He's just been standing there, staring for a week. But anyway, it kind of is like Mad Max a little bit, where he is just this ultimate warrior, and Max von Sydow is trying to keep all this big group of people alive after the apocalypse, and so they try to hire him to be kind of their
bodyguard.
It's your basic Steel Dawn type of situation. Anyway, that's my recommendation.
All right, so let me fix something real quick. That yes, Pat E. Johnson, who is down there, he was the referee listed in part 1, 2, and 3 of Karate Kid.
Great,
but he's a stuntman.
Right.
He was in Enter the Dragon, Black Belt Jones, The Ultimate Warrior, Hot Potato.
Okay.
The Last Ninja, Battle Creek Brawl, To Live and Die in L.A. I was like, holy crap.
What about the Master?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There's no Master in there, sorry.
Are you sure?
Keep looking. But he was also in Enter the Dragon as Hood. In The Ultimate Warrior, he's Carrots Man.
I think I remember that guy. I did not know that's who that is.
Carrots Man.
I think he's got a bunch of carrots.
He was the referee in A Force of One.
Yeah, okay.
With Chuck Norris, so.
Yep.
Yeah. Would have never looked him up.
He gets typecast as a referee because of that mustache.
Is that it?
Yep.
I like that mustache hair configuration.
Yep. We're doing some real deep digging.
Is that what we're calling it?
Deep digging. Well, anyway, Robert Klaus wrote and directed Ultimate Warrior. I think he did a few episodes of The Master. That's all I was going to... only reason I recognize that name is...
Well, Stephen Mccaddy, I mean, he's got
right.
a ton of credits, a lot of shit I haven't seen, but I got to tell you, Salvation, I couldn't find it on YouTube, but there was somebody who put together a bunch of clips. I think we failed to mention that, yes, Viggo Mortensen is in Salvation.
Mortensen.
Oh, my God, every time.
Mortensen.
I played this clip while I was working on whatever for the podcast, and I had it playing in the background and kept kind of watching it back and forth. It almost comes off like a stage play.
The movie or like the trailer for the movie?
No, the movie. I mean, all I could find was clips on YouTube.
Okay, gotcha.
And somebody made a playlist of these clips.
It kind of strung them all together.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And Viggo is like a mechanic, so he's got...
It's all greasy.
There was one clip where he was at home and he's yelling at his wife and his daughter, maybe? I don't know. They look the same age. And he's just like, that's fine. I'm going to work. And he goes to work and he gets fired immediately. Should have stayed home.
Angry. Went on a tirade.
So he's riding his motorcycle while drinking a beer.
Cool.
And I guess nobody respects him because he passes by a couple of cholos working on a car and they moon him. And then he pulls up to a stoplight while he's drinking his beer at the stoplight on his motorcycle. Another car pulls up next to him and they're like, hey, what are you? And they're making fun of him so much that he sprays his beer at him, shakes it up and sprays it in their open window.
Good move.
It's bizarre. But listening to Stephen Mccaddy play an evangelist, and a lot of it is just him sitting in a chair and just talking to the camera. It's really kind of creepy. It kind of fits him.
That's super creepy.
He kind of gets in with this girl and they have an affair. I don't know. It's all messed up. Granted, all these clips were disjointed, so they're not together. I have no idea what the actual film's like. If anybody out there has seen this, let us know how bad it actually is.
IMDb's calling it a comedy. Do you share that same
I didn't laugh.
Right. I love Viggo Mortensen. And I just don't know. His name's Jerome, by the way.
Jerome.
In that movie. Also, Rocket's Red Glare is in this. He is...
That's an actual name?
That is a name. He is in a bunch of Jim Jarmusch movies. Yes, I think so.
Now, his birth name is Michael Morra, Morra. He was a bodyguard for the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, that's right. I knew he had a crazy bio.
Anyway.
He was in Candy Mountain.
He was a motel clerk in Big.
Yeah, I saw Big pop up. Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, very strange.
Oh, do any of these things link up to any of the other things?
Yes.
Okay.
I always go after some of the weird characters, and it just depends on your picture on IMDb. If you've got and this guy, Billy Bastiani, who has a makeup from like one episode that he was in like Deep Space Nine.
Yep.
I had to click on him, Billy Bastiani.
Do we need to bring your wife in to talk about Star Trek? Or
yeah, it was actually on Next Generation. He played Omag.
Oh, cool. Okay.
16 credits to his name, but he played a returning character in the In Living Color TV series. Like, all right.
I cannot tell by looking at any of this. Is he is he a little person?
I can't tell. I came across another little person. Hopefully I can find him again. It wasn't necessarily a little person. Now we got to define what a little person is. And I think
we do
shorter than like 4'6", and this person was like 4'11", and I'll get to it. I have them written down. I have a couple of pages of notes here, but it's mainly just madman scribbling.
Can I say one thing?
No. Okay.
I was really going to wait you out.
Okay.
Robert Klaus, he directed the pilot for The Master. So just an update on Robert Klaus. Also, wait a minute. He directed Enter the Dragon.
Oh, wow.
Okay, he directed Enter the Dragon, Black Belt Jones, Ultimate Warrior, Game of Death.
Wow.
He directed Gymkata. Okay.
I think he found his niche. Or his niche.
Yep. Either one.
Okay. Well, back to my Billy Bastiani.
Okay, sorry.
I've been clicking around on weird things, obviously.
Yeah.
1994, a movie called Saints and Sinners.
Oh, boy. I can see the hair grease from here.
Boy.
Is that a Richard Grieco?
No. Kind of looks like it, but no, it's not.
Looks like him.
Damien Chapa?
Don't know him.
I don't know.
Oh, I recognize that dude. Scott Plank.
Scott Plank playing Big Boy. Damien Chapa plays Pooch.
Jennifer Rubin is Eva.
What do we know Jennifer Rubin from?
She's in Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Sorry.
Yes. Playing Taryn. She was the one that
she's
the badass Mohawk bitch.
Yeah. The Switchblades. She was in Screamers. That movie, I guess, is just going to keep popping up until we actually fucking watch it. Did she die in the Roach Motel?
No, she got the syringes.
Oh, that's right. She's a junkie.
That's right. She was a junkie. I was going to take us to Screamers, but Screamers is 1995.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put it that recently. She was also in Bad Dreams. I just feel like I should.
Right.
Oh, and Plump Fiction. Okay, that's it.
Also in Saints and Sinners was Damon Whitaker, which is actually Forrest Whitaker's brother, and who has played young Forrest Whitaker in a couple of his Forrest Whitaker's movies.
Nice.
So, yeah, he was in Ghost Dog, and he played young Ghost Dog.
Hell yeah. That's another... Oh, my God. Everything's connected. I've got a couple of Jim Jarmusch tabs open. Don't know why.
So, I don't remember Ghost Dog. I think I've seen part of it, but anyway, since you brought up Jim Jarmusch...
I remember it being pretty great.
Going back to Saints and Sinners, let me read this really quick. After many years, Pooch returns to his neighborhood. To Big Boy, his best friend, Pooch is a valuable asset in his plans of becoming a local crime lord. Can you become a crime lord if your name is Pooch?
Maybe if it's a porno, which is what it sounded like you just described. That is the plot for a pretty high budget porno.
That's it.
That I would watch.
So down there near the bottom is a weird named guy, Giannon Laufer.
I don't know.
He plays Rico. He's got a weird open mouth hair configuration thing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. This is called Saints and Sinners?
Saints and Sinners, 1994. But Giannon Loeffler, okay. He's from Switzerland.
Okay, he is Switzerland.
He was in Stargate, and he was in Babylon 5, not the other guy.
Okay.
That had the weird makeup.
Yeah. Is he a little person?
No, I thought maybe he was. He looks so strange. You just assume everybody I'm talking about is a little person.
I don't want to offend anybody, but he really does look strange.
But he was in a movie in 2004 called You Are So Going to Hell! !
Exclamation point.
Yes. Oh my God. Sorry.
No relation to Salvation.
Exactly.
Just another weird comedy about religion, I guess.
A young man falls in love with a nun, but this is thwarted by Mother Superior, who just happens to be a martial arts expert. Toss in his best friend, the devil, a vibrator, and some angels, and you have a farce of ungodly proportions.
I don't know if it's the way you read it, or is that was just one giant run-on sentence, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's two sentences in there. Yeah, no, there's an exclamation point after we say that Mother Superior who just happens to be a martial arts expert. I kind of want to see this, guys.
There are elements of that I do like. Kim Darby is in it? What?
Kim Darby, the mom off of Better Off Dead.
It sounds like Telephone. Like you say one thing and then somebody else says something and you just kind of like paste it all, like Mad Libs kind of.
Okay. All right. Everything I say is a riddle.
Yeah. Well, just the plot of that movie. It's
Oh.
just a whole bunch of like...
It looks bizarre. It's got a 7.0 rating on IMDb.
Out of 10?
Or 30.
Wow. I want to now. Let's just stop and read the reviews of a movie that we've never seen to see why other people fucking like it, because it sounds like a train wreck.
It totally does.
Anyway, Billy Bastiani, R.I.P. Rest in power.
Okay.
He died in 2018. Pretty sure that those things are called Ferengis. Were they just trying to make like, because their head looks like a butt, their nose looks like a dick, and then their ears kind of look like vaginas. It's almost as bad as Dan Aykroyd's character in Nothing But Trouble.
Yeah, I buy that.
I'd buy that for $1. Hey, do you want to take a break?
Yeah, let's do that real quick. I was thinking the same thing.
Okay. Well, I thought of it first.
Hey, freaksters and freakettes. It's Tim from the Moratorium. Do you like the sweet sounds of our witty banter in your ears every week? Well, head on over to our Patreon, and for only $3 a month, you can get even more. In the director's cuts of our movie episodes. On average, that's 20 minutes more of our wisecracking, jive-talking, and lip-flapping laughter straight to your ear holes. Go to themoratorium.com and click on our Patreon link, and you'll find 5 awesome tiers with tons of goodies. You can also find our Teespring link on the website for even more awesome merch. Thank you for your support. Now on with the show. So anyway, You Are So Going to Hell, 2004. I looked at a couple of characters out of here. We love Kim Darby. I think she's amazing.
Yeah.
But there was a guy by the name of Don Blakely.
Are we inside the yarn, or is this just all extracurricular?
We are inside my yarn. You know how I love to make really, really long yarns.
Yep.
The reason I wanted to look at Don Blakely down here.
Mm-hmm.
He was, and I asked you about it, he was Wilson's trainer in Pulp Fiction.
Okay, right.
So we said that was the other boxer that Bruce Willis kills, his trainer.
Yes. I didn't realize it said his trainer. Because neither one of them are in the movie, the trainer nor the boxer. Floyd Wilson, I guess, is the boxer.
Okay. But I looked at this guy because I'd never heard of him before, and it has I don't even know what movie his pick is from. Oh, look at that. It is from Vigilante 1982. And that's exactly what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
But Don Blakely, he was in Under Siege 2, Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
An episode of The Fall Guy, In the Shadow of Kilimanjaro, which we keep talking about maybe going to see.
Yes.
Baboons killing people.
Yes. I've seen that fucking box my entire life, it feels like, and still have never seen it.
No. But we're not going to watch it today.
Ugh.
I'm sorry. We'll have to come back. I'll watch it, tell you if it's any good.
Okay. That actually is a thank you.
Okay.
I'd appreciate that.
I'm doing you a favor,
Well,
just like we do our audience a favor by watching these movies so you don't have to.
Yep. You're welcome.
He was in Brubaker.
Yep.
1980
Saw
Brubaker, which is probably one of Robert Redford's biggest movies. We've talked about Brubaker before because
I think so.
We've had to.
Yes, he's the warden that actually locks himself up with the inside his own prison.
Is that right?
I think that's what it's about.
And it has Morgan Freeman, Yaphet Kotto, David Keith.
Yeah, gosh, that's probably Morgan Freeman I mean, that's probably the youngest you will ever see.
How about Emmett Walsh and Everett McGill in there, too?
Oh, yeah. It's just a cavalcade of character actors.
Joe Spinell's down there at the bottom.
God, there it is. He just adds so much to every movie.
I've looked at Joe Spinell like 8 times today.
His body? His face?
Yeah, he's just going to lay in there.
Wow.
I don't know what it is. He has been, I think because of all the weird movies that I'm looking at because of Basket Case, Joe Spinell is in a bunch of weird fucking movies. So.
He's in all these sleazy New York movies. Mm-hmm. Nothing against the guy, but...
But if you look at Vigilante in 1982...
Oh, yeah. Robert Forster.
And there's Joe Spinell again.
Wow, really?
Yes. But Vigilante reads after his wife and son got brutalized by a street gang and a corrupt criminal justice system puts the perpetrators back on the street, a New York City factory worker teams up with the Vigilante group to find some measure of bloody justice.
Again, I don't know if it's your read on it or if it's the actual words, but that was just...
difficult.
That was just a word salad.
This is directed by William Lustig.
Yeah.
William Lustig
truly
helped produce Maniac with, Joe Spinell.
Oh, you don't have to be sorry. You know what else Joe Spinell's in?
Oh, what's that?
He's Guido in the Whoopie Boys.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
If you watch the trailer for Vigilante, I really want to see this.
Yeah.
There's a thug that goes past a guy in a wheelchair and grabs him by his face and just tumps him over as he runs past. Yeah. You gotta laugh.
Yeah, you gotta.
Vigilante has Robert Forster, you already said, Fred Williamson, Joe Spinell, Willie Colon is in there, okay?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Willie Colon plays Rico, and I had to click on Willie Colon.
It says his name is Willie, Colon.
Sure.
But then right below it, it says as Rico as Willie Colon. So all he did was just take the apostrophe out.
Willie Colon was a trombonist. He was a musician. I know a trombonist sounds hilarious. That's why I had to lead with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he actually was a prolific musician.
Okay, he's the guy that came up with the...
That's funny.
It's like the... of the...
Yeah. Of the trombone.
Of the trombone.
Willie Colon was also in a movie in 1983 called The Last Fight.
Okay.
The Last Fight, written and directed by Fred Williamson.
Okay.
A singer turned boxer, Andy the Kid Clave, played by Ruben Blades.
Oh, hell yeah.
Signs a contract with a shady promoter, Joaquin Vargas, who is played by Willie Colon. But Clave turns against Vargas when the promoter's thugs kill Clave's girlfriend when he thinks about backing out of the contract. So it's a revenge story. Okay.
Okay.
Ruben Blades, or Blades, right? We've talked about him.
Yeah.
He's probably best known now because of his work on Fear the Walking Dead, right? 62 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was in the first few years. I know I quit watching after like 2 years.
I don't remember any of that, but I've got to get to him somehow.
Well, I'm right here with him, and he's got some interesting things to say.
Okay, he's at your house.
Yeah, he had nothing better to do.
He just came in. He just walked through the door.
So we've talked about him before because he was in the movie Critical Condition, 1987, with Richard Pryor. I saw that at the theater. It was a lot of fun.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
You remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
That also had Joe Mantegna, Sylvia Miles, Randall Tex Cobb, and Joe D'Alessandro.
Man, just...
Bob Saget, John Polito.
Damn, it really does have a ton of people in it.
And Garrett Morris.
Joe D'Alessandro's name is Stucky.
Stucky. Garrett Morris plays Helicopter Junkie.
Do not want to see those two things together. Helicopter Junkie. Well, what do you think that means? What do you think his character...
I am tempted to watch this just to see that.
Is he flying the helicopter?
I assume.
Is he taking a nap in the helicopter?
Is he huffing fumes from a helicopter?
Maybe. Ooh,
that actually fits.
The helicopter fumes probably get you real fucked up. That's not like regular gas.
Anyway, Ruben Blades was also in Predator 2.
Yes. I would say he was primarily in Predator 2.
Yes. He was in The Super. He was in Life with Mikey. He was in the Milagro Beanfield War.
Oh.
Disorganized Crime.
That's probably what I know him from.
Is that right? Hoyt Axton and Corbin Burnson.
Wow.
Ed O'Neill, Fred Gwynn, Lou Diamond Phillips.
Oh, wow. Do you want to just pause this for a second and go and watch that real quick?
I think I saw that at the theater too. Do I remember any of it? No.
Oh my God. Just the name Corbin Burnson makes me laugh.
Disorganized Crime, written and directed by Jim Koof. We can't quit bringing up Jim Koof.
Please. Can we stop?
We can't.
I guess not.
He has been everywhere. Jim Koof, to back it up with everybody here, Jim Koof wrote the screenplay for The Boogans, one of my favorite movies ever. For Wacko, we talked about Wacko because it has Joe Don Baker and directed by Graydon Clark.
Look, guys, you know all this.
You should know all this.
You should know all this. He wrote Stakeout, didn't he?
Yeah.
And another Stakeout. When are we gonna...
Yes.
I need to hold you down to like a date that we are going to watch Stakeout.
2027.
Did we watch The Hidden too?
No, we did not watch part 2.
Okay. Oh yeah, he also wrote Up the Creek. Oh my God. This is too much for one brain to...
We just keep coming across him. Anyway, going back to the last fight. Okay, I want to talk about Ruben Blades from the last fight. Okay.
Okay. Coolest name ever, I think.
I might be blowing your mind right here.
Oh boy, I don't know if I can take much more.
Ruben Blades, or Blades.
We're saying Blades on this podcast.
Sure. Ruben Blades. He was the Minister of Tourism in Panama from 2004 to 2009. He ran for president of Panama.
What?
As founder and head of the Papa Igoro Party in 1994. He got 18% of the vote.
I thought David Lee Roth was the prime
that's it.
guy. He just did the country's theme song.
Ruben Blades, son of a bongo player turned police detective.
Yep.
and a mother who taught piano. That
all checks out.
That is a character. That is a character in one of these movies. That is
for sure.
Plot.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Amazing.
I love him.
He owns a large comic book collection. It would be larger if his mom wouldn't have thrown out his books. Oh. Damn it, Mom. But Ruben Blades is also a singer.
Yeah, okay. I completely buy that. I don't think I've ever heard him sing. I'm trying to think if I've ever...
He's got 39 credits within the soundtrack portion of his IMDb. Amazing.
Is his dad playing the bongos in any of those songs?
Probably.
Oh my God.
He's got 2 songs in Miami Vice. A song in The Believers. A song in True Believer.
Was he in Miami Vice as a recurring character? It just seems like he should be in my mind. I guess he's not.
He should be.
I'm just now looking at The Last Fight. Oh, yeah. I remember the cover for that. Yeah. Fucking A,
This
dude.
is the whole reason I went down here is to talk about him.
Yeah, and on top of that, Predator 2. And that just tops it all off. Sweaty and in a turned around backwards, what do you call those, like, kind of cabbie hats? Those little floppy hats?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my God. You remember when Gary Busey got killed with the razor frisbee thing in that?
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of people. Holy shit. Morton Downey Jr. Do not look at his headshot for too long.
Already did.
Maria Conchita Alonso, Robert Davi, Bill Paxton, Adam Baldwin, the Busey.
The Buse. Terry Weigel's down there, too.
Oh, I saw
her up recently. Why did we bring her up?
Lesbian Truth or Dare. Why am I looking at Terry Weigel? There's a movie that we've probably talked about.
Yeah. I sent you down that just to sidetrack you.
Well, were we talking about Giant Jugs?
Giant Jugs.
Talk Dirty to Me 14. There's a lot of like softcore. Well, no, this isn't softcore.
No, that's hardcore.
No, that's hardcore pornography. She was in cheerleader camp. Was that it? Oh,
probably
yeah.
So. Yep, that's exactly
it. Because the girl from Breakin' 2 was in it.
Uh-huh.
And Revenge of the Ninja 3. The Domination.
So, guys, go back to our Summer Slaughter Fest. Is that what I called it? Something like that? Yep. Where I loosely covered that one.
Do you remember the controversy when we were trying to call Timmy from Roadhouse? We got confused and thought he was the guy that the bear fell on.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny. It wasn't Tiny, it was Tinker.
Yes. Wow. Remember that debate raged on for at least an hour.
We heard your emails.
Yeah.
We corrected ourselves.
Yeah. Oh, so many emails came in. So many, it was frightening.
I've just put everything into spam.
Oh my God. We've been getting like thousands of emails.
All right, so I got to back us up a little bit.
I have literally 30 tabs open on IMDb. I don't know which way is up right now.
Dude, I went with notes, handwritten notes today, just because I went all over the place, which is why I'm backing us up for just a minute because I wanted to talk about somebody here.
Okay,
I have the floor?
You have the floor.
Well, we talked about Beth B. was the one who wrote and directed Salvation.
Yes.
Back it all the way back to the beginning.
Yes. Still don't know who that is.
I mean, she just has a small credit history. Directed 17 things, a lot of TV shows, documentaries.
At her credit history?
She had a movie in 1980 called The Trap Door. I really thought that was, code for something else.
Something disgusting.
Nobody in that. She did some documentary stuff. She did a movie in 1993 called Two Small Bodies.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Aline Maloney, a hostess at a strip club, has woken up to find her 2 children are missing. Lieutenant Brahm suspects that she killed them herself, then questions her days about her lifestyle, her children, her ex-husband, men and women, life in general, blah, blah, blah.
That's the synopsis.
It goes on.
There are 2 people in it.
Fred Ward and Susie Amos. Okay, this is 1993. 93. And I watched the trailer for this, and yeah, it looks like they do some weird, kinky things together.
Oh, cool.
She's handcuffed him at one point, and they're just getting it on. He says something to her, hey, when we go to court, you need to put on a bra. Because, yeah, she doesn't wear a bra in the entire movie. Fred Ward's actually on a swing when he's telling her this. He's on a swing set out in the yard. It's really weird. Very strange.
You know who I don't want to see in an erotic thriller is Fred Ward.
That's right.
But yet I have a couple of different times.
His co-star in this, Susie Amos. You may or may not recognize her name. She was born in Oklahoma City.
Oh.
23 credits to her name, which include The Usual Suspects, Blown Away, The Ballad of Little Joe, Where the Heart Is, Twister, of course, Fandango, which I think that was also filmed part in Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
She was in Titanic, and she was in Firestorm, which made me go look at
the one with fucking Howie
Long.
Howie Long. Holy shit. I've seen that movie, I think.
I have, and I looked at his credit history, and he can't buy a car.
He's a commentator for a long time.
Right. Because I think he was a football guy or something like that, right?
Yes, he's a football guy.
Susie Amos was married to Sam Robards from 1986 to 1994. Sam Robards is Jason Robards' son.
Okay.
Jason Robards being a Hollywood icon, right?
Yeah, sure.
Susie Amos is currently married to James Cameron.
Oh.
Says here in her trivia that she retired from acting after her role in Judgment Day. Judgment Day has Ice-T, Mario Van Peebles, Coolio, Tiny Lister.
Oh, man.
Max Gale.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
I found that to be kind of interesting.
Wow. Well, this is a extremely confusing road that you have set us upon. I don't know which way is up, left or right.
Good. You have no idea where we're going.
Any of the cardinal directions. I don't even know
anything.
I don't know where we are at.
I had a movie picked out last night, and I think since last night I've changed my mind, but you might want to change it back for me.
You're allowed to do that.
Oh, yeah? That I can change my mind or
Sure.
allow you to change it for me?
Both.
Okay.
What's your last movie that you that we were on right now?
I was still on Susie Amos.
Okay.
But how about Saints and Sinners?
Okay.
Do you remember where we were from there? Do you have a tab on that?
I just don't have a very good... I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
No, I haven't either. So Saints and Sinners, I was looking at...
Pooch and Big Boy. That's all you really need to know.
So I looked at Jennifer Rubin because she was in a movie, Permanent Record.
Uh-huh. Keanu.
I don't remember ever seeing that.
What?
Yeah.
It was like I almost want to say it was the same year as River's Edge.
Like River's Edge, exactly what I was thinking about. In Permanent Record here, 1988, Keanu Reeves, Jennifer Rubin, Lou Reed plays himself. All right. And it made me look at Michelle Mayrink, whatever. She's the girl, kind of the love interest in Real Genius. We've talked about her time and time again. She has very little credit history.
Yeah.
But she was also in Valley Girl, The Outsiders, Revenge of the Nerds, The Joy of Sex.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And a movie called Nice Girls Don't Explode.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember this movie. A young lady is kept away from boys by her overprotective mother because flames tend to spontaneously erupt when her hormones are aroused. For her protection on a dinner date, she is carrying a fire extinguisher. So one sentence, so she gets a little too hot.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen this movie.
No, I have not.
Do you remember the cover?
That does have Wallace Shawn.
Yes.
Everybody knows Wallace Shawn from being Vizzini in The Princess Bride. I looked at Irwin Keyes. Now, we've looked at Irwin Keyes before.
Okay. Yeah.
And I know this is trodden path. He's a big, goofy motherfucker, okay? And he's 6'1", but he also had acromegaly.
Yeah.
Which is the condition that it happens a lot in adult life, that your pituitary gland just starts overproducing hormones and your body continues to grow. Primarily like the facial features, right?
Yeah, his eyes are like a foot apart.
His face is huge.
But yeah, you're right. Once I start looking at the stuff that he's been in, he is, he's been in a ton of stuff.
Ton of stuff. He was a busboy in Friday the 13th. I know him most from The Private Eyes. Now, we brought up The Private Eyes plenty times with Tim Conway and Don Knotts. Yep. He plays like the farmhand who has a nasty lisp that you can't understand what he's saying. We talked about him because he was in Zapped. He played Mean Levine, right?
Are we doing Zapped?
Oh, no, we're not doing Zapped.
Okay.
He was in a movie 1988 called Frankenstein General Hospital.
That is weird because I just watched, we were watching Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Have you seen that?
Love it, yes.
Yeah, that seems like it could also be called Frankenstein General Hospital.
Yeah, exactly. Erwin Keyes plays the monster, obviously.
Sure. That's got to be good for his...
self-esteem.
Exactly. Bunky Jones is also in that.
Or Rabunka Jones.
Oh my gosh.
That she was in The Kindred. Yeah. We talked about her during the Kindred episode. Go back to listen to that episode.
Yep.
But I watched the trailer for this and I almost didn't make it through the trailer.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
It was actually putting out a smell.
Oh, it was horrible. They did credit Mary Shelley in the writing category for this film.
Yep.
Give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
The actual story that Mary Shelley was writing was Frankenstein General Hospital.
Yeah, we turned it into a shitty... This is a movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's
quote
on,
unquote.
It's on film. Oh man.
Oh man.
I don't even think I can get through the images. I'm not liking it so far.
No.
Wow. Holy shit.
So I don't even know where I went from here, dude.
I don't know. Can we stop right here? Leslie Jordan, I don't know who... God, he was in Jason Goes to Hell. I don't know who he is or where he came from. He's got a ton of credits.
Leslie Jordan playing Iggy?
Yes.
Oh, I can hear his voice.
Yes. He is like a funny Truman Capote or something.
Yes.
I know him from American Horror Story. He hasn't been in all of them, but in the last 3 or 4 seasons, he's had a character.
I saw his face and heard his voice.
Yeah.
That is horrible.
Yes. He's like super Southern and super gay. I mean, I don't know if that's being he was Wally in the new WKRP in Cincinnati. Perfect Strangers.
That is hilarious, dude.
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Demonic Toys.
Ski Patrol. Or if maybe Ski Patrol. Yeah, Night Court.
That's insane.
Yeah, he had a starring turn in Frankenstein General Hospital. He did not let that destroy his career. He went on to be in Ski Patrol.
So, Erwin Keyes was also in Neighborhood Watch 2005.
Oh.
I just kind of clicked on it because I was looking around. Eileen Dietz is in there. We talked about Eileen Dietz because she played the face of Pazuzu in The Exorcist.
Oh, it's a horror movie.
It's a horror movie. Written and directed by Graham Whiffler.
Sounds like you're saying Whistler with a speech impediment.
Oh, Whiffler, yes. If you click on Graham Whiffler, his picture is amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
He's just wearing a Medieval Times hat.
Do we have a Medieval Times, close to us?
Maybe in...
Texas? Oh, man, I gotta get there.
Graham Whiffler, he wrote Dr. Giggles.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so hold that against him.
One of our favorite actors.
Mm-hmm.
What's his face?
Our favorite actors that we can't remember his name.
Larry Drake.
Larry Drake from Oklahoma.
Yep.
Larry Drake was also Bubba in Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
He certainly was.
Graham Whiffler, he did some music videos for one for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, one for Oingo Boingo.
Which one was that?
Skeletons in the Closet, Video Gratitude. I don't know that one.
I don't either. I'm going to say I probably only know 2 Oingo Boingo songs.
Right.
Dead Man's Party.
It's a dead man's party.
And
who could ask for more?
What,
Weird Science.
That's it.
Yep. That's it. That's all I got.
That's my time. Good night, everybody. Tip your waitress.
Good night. Dr. Giggles. Maybe looked at that for a second because I was like, well, who directed Dr. Giggles? Manny Cotto.
Manny Cotto.
Manny Cotto.
Manny Cotto.
And if you look, he directed an episode of this year's American Horror Stories, since you just brought it up. Yeah, he directed Feral. I don't know which one it is. You've watched it.
It shows that he's the producer on the latest one. Feral is an episode of American Horror Stories, which is the anthology series of American Horror Story. Does that make sense?
No. I have a horrible headache now. Thank you.
There are 2 concurrent American Horror Story shows. Okay. One is an anthology like Twilight Zone, and one is this season, this newest season. So Feral was an episode of that.
Okay.
And it was very good.
All right.
Oh, yeah. It's got the kid that played the Antichrist in Apocalypse, American Horror Story Apocalypse.
Yes.
He is like a park ranger, and I can't remember. It's like, I want to say it's cannibals. But anyway, it was gross and pretty good. We literally could do any movie that's ever been made now. There is a link somehow to literally every movie.
So I was looking at Manny Cotto here because
Manny Cotto.
He also directed a movie called Star Kid in 1997. Okay. Yep. And if you see the box, you might recognize the box.
That creepy robot thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. That robot just creeped the shit out of me.
Yep. Should you know who Joseph Mazzello is? He kind of looks familiar.
He was the kid in Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's why he... Yeah.
Why was I looking at this? Because I brought up a guy by the name of Bobby Porter. And we've talked about Bobby Porter. He's way down at the end of the credit list here.
Yeah, he's a robot.
Because he's a robot.
Yeah.
He's not the robot, but maybe he is.
Danny Masterson is also in that, by the way.
I saw that.
Thought I would throw that in.
And this is where I was mentioning maybe a little person.
Yeah.
Because Bobby Porter is 4'10".
Yeah. Look, we get it.
He's a stuntman. He has done stunts for so many, like, kids. 132 credits in the stunt department. All right? And it goes all over the place. I think we've talked about him before. I swear we have. Because he played Return from Witch Mountain, Pete's Dragon, Swiss Family Robinson, Earthquake, The Poseidon Adventure, Little House on the Prairie.
Anytime a kid has to like fall down and hit their head.
Yeah, he's there.
That was him.
Somebody posted like the Little House in the Prairie where they're running down like the hill, you know, like for the opening song.
Yes.
And somebody put Leatherface up on the top of the hill with a chainsaw, and it was like my favorite picture ever.
Seeing him without makeup on, I realize every once in a while they'll just play themselves in something, you know? You know, like a stunt like you would recognize a stunt person from like one thing where he is familiar for some reason.
Well, he was in Summer Camp Nightmare, and I think that's why I may have brought him up before. Cloak and Dagger, Dreamscape, Places in the Heart, Cat's Eye, Critters, Project X. I know we brought him up because we thought he played one of the monkeys in Project X.
Okay. Yeah. He probably
Mac and me.
Yeah, he was definitely he was in that wheelchair when it got like launched off of the cliff or whatever. Mac and me. There's a scene in Mac and Me where he fully like rolls the kid's in a wheelchair and he rolls all the way down a hill and off a cliff into water in his wheelchair.
It's beautiful.
It's one of the scariest things ever filmed. Was he just going from like lot to lot? Just like, I mean,
you got a kid
like,
you need me to do?
Yeah. But I mean, like 6 or 7 movies in the same year, you know?
Oh, yeah. Freeway, The Blob, Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Wizard, Problem Child, The Flatliners, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, Suburban Commando, since you brought up Hulk Hogan, Hollywood, Hulk Hogan.
Uh-huh.
Terminator 2, Pet Sematary 2, Beethoven, I think he played the dog.
Yeah, he's also young Sheldon. Young Sheldon.
He was a stunt coordinator in The Land of the Lost, I guess, when they tried to bring it back in 1991.
Yeah. And it looked like it was filmed in 72 or something.
They didn't learn anything.
No.
So I just thought I'd bring that up because I thought that was very, very funny.
I would love to see just a like montage of him like with girl's hair and in a dress and stuff, just like hit by a truck.
But fun stuff. And that's why I went down that path, just so I can talk about Bobby Porter.
That's it?
That's it. Are we done?
I don't know. So I forget, is he a little person and do they get a higher rate for stunts?
Maybe. Here, let's type it in. What are the parameters for being a little person?
Google's confused because no one has ever asked that question like that before. Has nothing to link back to.
My computer just shut down.
Yeah. He's an Ewok. Did you mention that?
I saw that.
He also played the chum in Jaws. All right.
I think we're going to need a bigger little person.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Enough.
Now let's get down this yarn to next week's movie. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to give you the choice. You gave me a choice last week.
Okay. I like this.
You want vigilante movie or you want body horror?
Oh, my goodness. And
can we get those together? Can we get a body horror vigilante movie?
I bet there's one like that.
There has to be.
Is it an action movie? Is the vigilante movie an action movie? Or is it a horror movie?
More of an action movie.
Okay.
But has some interesting trivia, and that one would be probably closer to the moratorium.
Okay.
The actual, the loose parameters we put around the moratorium.
But also, if we did a body horror one, we just did a body horror one, so it would be like a,
Right.
We do that from time to time.
Yes, we do.
I'm going to say body horror. Okay.
You took us there. All right. So now I need you to go back to 2004. You're so going to hell.
Okay. All right. Who we got? Kim Darby?
You're so going to hell. We're looking at Susan Perez.
Susan
Perez.
She looks vaguely familiar.
Yeah. It's like we should know her.
Yes. She was in Poltergeist 2.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's her?
She just has one of those faces. And I swear she looked way more familiar. She's only got 36 credits.
Okay.
And I know I'm still looking here. Loose Cannons. I'm sorry. Gene Hackman, Dan Aykroyd. We'll never watch that. Bob Clark movie with Dom DeLuise.
Yeah. Oh, man. Loose Cannons looks really bad. Bob Clark directed that.
Yes, what I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am like, wish you could see the look on my face. I'm confused and angry.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I want to say that was one that I saw at the theater, too. That little small theater in Tahlequah.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I stayed away.
Yeah, you should. Honky Tonk Man. Susan Perez was in Honky Tonk Man.
As Miss Maud. Well, then that is definitely not who I'm thinking of. Can we get a picture of her from that is not so recent?
Did we ever look at Honky Tonk Man? That's Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, and
Matt
his
Clark.
son.
We just talked about Matt Clark today. Barry Corbin.
Yep. Tim Thomerson.
Tracy Walters down there at the bottom.
Yep. Gary Grubbs. He's that guy in the Oliver Stone JFK. He's one of the.
Yeah.
He looks weirdly like one of the Kennedys.
Yes, he does. Got that smile. Tracy Walter plays Pooch.
Is that the second Pooch today?
That's the second Pooch reference.
God.
Jerry Harden plays Snuffy.
I think that's. I think this is like loosely based on a country guy like George Jones or like
Oh, sure.
Hank
I
Williams.
don't know. I bet there's something like trivia on this.
I'm sure there is.
He said Clint Eastwood played his own guitar work and performed his own vocals for the movie.
Wow.
Sandra Locke was Kyle Eastwood's acting coach for this movie.
Oh, wow. He just stood there. We've really shit on her on this podcast, and I don't know if that is warranted or not.
I'm still gonna laugh. It doesn't matter. We so make fun of everybody. So our girl Susan Perez, she was in a movie. Oh my God, I got lost. Oh God, you devil!
Oh yeah,
there it is.
Yeah.
1984.
Yeah,
George Burns was like a household name forever.
Oh, for sure.
He lived to be 100.
He made a resurgence in his 90s, and
I don't know how he lived so long.
Cigars, I guess.
He lived on cigars.
That was the joke. You know, that was like his shtick is that he's literally ancient. Yeah.
Oh, he was. And that's, Oh God, you devil. He played both God and the devil, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you see Ron Silver is in that with that weird headshot?
I saw Ron. You can't not look at him. Since we just brought up Ron Silver.
I feel like I ought to get a hold of somebody at IMDb and be like, did you know that this is Ron Silver's headshot? So again, we literally...
can go anywhere.
Did you know that there is someone credited as Vomit Creature in Poltergeist 2? I don't remember it like crawling around. I guess it did. Did you also know that they used like H.R. Giger designs to make that tequila worm monster?
Oh, really? Did they really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I never want to see Coach like that again.
And vomiting up this big giant...
Yeah, worm.
It's a worm. No, I started looking at Eugene Roach. I know I'm taking you all over the place. And I don't even see where my connection is to next week movie since you're going to body horror. My notes just kind of ended.
Who is Eugene Roach?
He's nobody.
Oh, I know who he is. He's a lower tier doughy guy, but he was still there with everybody else.
144 credits.
Wow.
Just one guy that gets lost in the freaking mix.
Yeah. He's on Airwolf.
Executive Decision.
Yeah.
Roswell TV movie. Batman the Animated Series.
I feel like he is like a kind of lovable local, and also he can throw on like a army in uniform, you know?
Yeah. He was in 50 episodes of Webster.
Night Court.
He was a returning character in Perfect Stranger and in Night Court.
Yep. He was in Corvette Summer.
Hardcastle and McCormick.
Foul Play.
But there's a movie down here in 1983 called Cocaine and Blue Eyes.
Okay.
Starring O.J. Simpson.
Ah.
Candy Clark is in there.
Awesome.
Stephen Tobolowsky. Ned Ryerson himself. Needle-Nose Ned.
Wait a minute. Where are we?
We're looking at Cocaine and Blue Eyes, 1983.
Let's just do that. That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, do that. Leonardo Samino, we've brought him up before because he was in the Monster Squad, Hudson Hawk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that guy's face.
Yeah.
You'll notice another guy down here by the name of K. Luke.
Yep.
Key Luke?
I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that.
You'll see his picture and you'll know who he is. But he played grandfather in Gremlins.
Yeah, right.
He's the one that had the gremlin.
Right.
This guy's career goes on and
oh my God, I see a movie down here that my fingers are firmly crossed.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
This guy played so many voices.
Oh, yeah.
He was in Alvin and the Chipmunks, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, Goldie Gold and Action Jack. Do you remember that cartoon?
Yeah, I do. If you look at his trivia, he was actually married to Rue McClanahan for a long time.
Was he really?
No. He was on the Golden
You almost
Girls,
made
though.
me look.
We would just stop the podcast and then...
We would. Yeah, that's it. We got to start a whole new podcast.
Yeah. Clear all this old shit out of here. We got to... It is weird seeing him without that weird makeup.
I think he got hooked up with Hanna-Barbera and did a lot of stuff. He was in Battle of the Planets cartoon.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Otherwise known as... what is that known as?
Zoltar.
Is that where all their helmets are like birds?
Ooh, I think you're right. Yeah. He also was in Plastic Man Comedy Hour.
Oh my God.
He was Master Po in the Kung Fu TV series.
Yeah. Which is kind of what he looks like in Gremlins. It's basically the same makeup. But I don't think I realized that he had that much makeup on for... The hell is the first thing we were talking about? Gremlins, I'm sorry. He had a ton of makeup on. Like, he looks normal when he doesn't have that weird mustache and contacts in.
Here's a bit of trivia for you. 1967, and the Space Ghost cartoon, he played the voice of Brack.
Okay.
I think that's great.
Oh, wait a minute.
That'll take you back.
This is the first time when we're done with the podcast, I'm going to do like 2 hours more like studying.
Yeah.
I think he's the original Kato in the Green Hornet.
Yes, that is in his trivia. This guy is incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He died in 1991, but was born in 1904.
Oh, brother. Do you know what else he was in?
Hit me.
Dr. Shrinker with Billy Barty. Oh.
Thank you, Jason. I almost brought up a little person.
Why don't we just call this the Midget Cast? Because that's eventually what we get back to every time. Every damn time.
You're going to have to give me just a second because...
You forgot what movie we're going to do?
I know what movie we're doing. I forgot how I got there.
Does it start with a D?
No, it does not start with a D.
Damn it.
It's close. It starts with one of the letters in the alphabet.
Okay.
So you're real close.
Okay. But it has this dude in it?
No.
Oh, brother.
I thought it did. I got lost.
Does it have Rue McClanahan in it?
Hold on. I'm getting there. I think...
We started with Cocaine and Blue Eyes, and I know that was something.
Eyes. Yes.
And then you went to Eugene Roach, or he was in it, and that's how we got...
I know this was the end of my yarn, and I just left it off. My notes just
fell
ended.
Off the cliff.
I was like, I did it. I dropped my pen, and that was it. I'm done.
Well, then tell me what the movie is, and we'll backtrack.
I'm trying to backtrack it right now.
Look, does it have O.J. Simpson in it?
It should.
Let's just talk about the Naked Gun movies.
It's another midget is in this movie, too.
Oh, brother. We need to get some totals. You know what I mean? How many times have we talked about a movie with a little person in it?
And that's going to be an easy giveaway for our bingo cards. We really got to work on those bingo cards.
Yeah, you're right. You could get a blackout with the amount of midget talk.
Midget talk. Hey, our guy Key Luke was in A Fine Mess. He was in Dead Heat.
Yeah. That's where I thought we were going. That's where I was hoping we were going.
That's the D movie.
That's the D movie. But then I'm looking at Joe Piscopo's face and like the little trailer, and I'm like, oh, maybe not.
I don't know if I could do that.
Maybe not. You remember that when he started doing steroids and just got like gigantic and everybody was weirded out?
Is it because when he was in Saturday Night Live, was he being picked on or something? That's not what it was.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm still looking at Cocaine and Blue Eyes. There's a guy by the name of Bumper Robinson.
Okay, now you're just making crap up. Bumper?
Bumper.
Do you think him and Tinker were the friends?
Maybe.
Enemies?
Bumper's been in a ton of stuff.
Oh, Bumper.
He was Zamus in Enemy Mine. You remember that character.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Didn't that movie just have 2 people in it? And that was
That's
it.
what I thought. Was he the kid or something?
Maybe. He got squeezed out? I don't know.
Ew.
Oh. Why'd you have to make that sound?
I could go the rest of my life without seeing Enemy Mine. When I think about that movie, I think of like just desperation. Like there's got to be something on. And then seeing that it's on and being like, okay, that is choice like number 6 if I...
Uh-huh.
And then, but yeah, then I'd end up watching it. We're not doing Enemy Mine, are we?
Nope.
That is kind of a body horror type thing where the guy is pregnant.
Oh, my dear Christ. I have no idea how I got here, dude.
Lost it. You've completely lost it.
Totally lost it.
I'm just looking at the kid from Enemy Mine. And now I realize that probably has nothing to do with other than his name is Bumper.
Bumper.
Any other hints you could throw out at us to maybe we could solve it?
Maybe you could. I went down so many paths and I got lost.
Hey, do you know who directed Cocaine and Blue Eyes? E.W. Swackhammer. There is no other way to pronounce that name. I tried in my mind. Swackhammer.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's some weird names today. Manny Kodo, E.W. Swackhammer.
Swackhammer's done. He's directed 99 things.
Were they movies?
Wow. A lot of TV stuff.
Did he do any episodes of The Master? No, but he did McCloud.
Oh. McCloud.
Columbo, Jake and the Fat Man.
Of Foul Play TV series.
Yeah. Have we talked about that before?
We have plenty of times. Okay. Did it lead us anywhere? Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah. It's Barry Bostwick. Okay. All right, Tim.
And I got to wrap it up.
TikTok, Mr. Kornman. TikTok.
You want to go take a break? And then
no!
I'll call you when I'm done.
How long is it going to take?
Obviously too long.
Oh my God. Your brain is burnt.
It is. I actually really have a bad headache right now of all the information that I've been pumping through.
I wish I could help, but they're so...
You got me stuck on Swackhammer.
It's so murky where we're kind of treading through here. So let's see. Body horror. Body horror. I mean, when I think of body horror, I think of Cronenberg. Is it a Cronenberg movie?
It is a Cronenberg movie.
Oh!
There you go, guys. We're just going to come out and say that, hey, next week we're going to do The Brood, okay?
Okay.
Let's just do the fucking Brood.
So we know that our famous drunken rapist, Oliver Reed, was in it.
Yeah, but I didn't go through him.
Okay.
I didn't go through Art Hindle.
Art Hindle would make more sense since we have been looking at guys with big faces for a lot of this.
Mm-hmm. I got lost somewhere. I swear I had it right there in front of me.
It was right there.
I was right there. You want to hear the movie that I was going to go to, by the way?
Sure. Maybe that'll offer a clue.
Yeah, I went from Brain Damage.
Uh-huh.
With Vicky Darnell was in that. She was in that Sorority Girls movie that I brought up.
Okay.
Give me a second here. Brain Damage, which is what I have.
Yes.
1988. Vicky Darnell plays the blonde in Hell on Brain Damage. She has 5 credits to her name, one of them which was Sorority Girls and the Creature from Hell.
I don't know what that means. I don't remember her character.
I don't either. But Sorority Girls, I also looked at Lynn Lesser, who is the main character in Sorority Girls. Just an old guy that I just did not recognize.
Oh man, now I want to see that. Oh yeah, that's Jerry's uncle in Seinfeld.
Okay. And then from that I went to Grandmother's House, 1988, to Brink Stevens.
Oh my God.
And then went to Savage Streets. That's what I was going to make. Our other movie was going to be Savage Streets.
Is that Linnea Quigley and Linda Blair?
Yep. Yes, it is.
Yeah, she's got a crossbow.
I watched the trailer for it. I've never seen the movie.
Can I change my answer? No, wait a minute. I think we do need to do The Brood, but I also really want to watch this too. But I mean, this is really, man, it's one of those ones where it's just like, ew.
Is it?
Ew, 80s. What were you thinking? 84 too, just right smack in the middle of them.
John Vernon is right there. He's always a fucking principal. Why is that?
I don't know. And so many different versions, like, you know, he's made it it goes from funny to serious, back to funny again because it's absurd that he's the principal again.
Yeah.
I think I'm developing face blindness the more we look at IMDb.
Everybody looks the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We're going to have to do a mini episode explaining how it's going to come to you in the middle of the night.
It is. I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and
sweaty.
Say Fluffernutter. Did you know what Fluffernutter is? A peanut butter and
like marshmallow
cream sandwich? That sounds horrible.
What?
Sounds disgusting.
To me.
I'm smoking the wrong stuff.
Oh my God. We just need to.
Well, you know, Bob Clark did Black Christmas, right?
Yes.
Art Hindle was in Black Christmas.
Yes.
If you want some sort of connection.
To who? To what?
To The Brood.
How?
Since I just got us to Bob Clark earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what? Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Art Hindle was in The Master.
Yeah. Okay, then that's it, right? Boom, we're done. See, guys?
Done. That's how it's done.
Pulled it out at the very end. Don't think about it for too long.
All right, guys. So next week we're going to do The Brood no matter what. Maybe I'll come back and I will tell you how I got there. I'll figure it out the hard way, or I'll make a new fucking path. Why don't you guys come up a path for us to go from Basket Case to The Brood?
You guys try it if you think you're so smart.
Yeah. See how your head hurts after you look at all this.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just cut it off there. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah. Felix Silla. Right. Looking at
Felix Silla. Yep. You're welcome.
Okay. You did it.
All right. You happy enough?
Yep.
Let's shut it down.
Okay.
Say.
Sure.
Jason, tell everybody where they can find us.
Moratorium.com.
All right. Moratorium.com. And you can find us on Twitter, Instagram,
all the social media,
Facebook. We're now on TikTok. I'm so proud of that.
TikTok, Mr. Cornman. TikTok.
And guys, if you want to help support this podcast, go on over to our Patreon. And for as little as $1 a month, you could help us continue buying as much ibuprofen as possible, because we need it after this.
Yeah.
For as little as $3 a month, you can help really support this podcast, and I'll give you some stuff back. Hey, I just mentioned on social media this week, and I want to mention to it right now, that the first 25 episodes of the Moratorium are going behind the paywall. I'm giving you 2 weeks. 2 weeks to go listen to how bad we were. Okay. And see how much we've grown in this podcast. Not mentally.
No.
We have not grown mentally in this podcast.
Can never be accused of that.
So, 2 weeks, you got to listen to the first 25 episodes. I'm going to put them behind the paywall. But if you give us $3 a month, you will get access to all of our Patreon exclusives for the podcast. All of the director's cuts to the movies. Every movie episode, I cut out 20 to 30 minutes. And now you'll get the access to the first 25 episodes. Good stuff for only $3 a month. Hey, I'm coming out with some new designs. I just told Jason that I'm making a bucket hat for the moratorium. And this isn't necessarily for you. It's only for me.
Yeah.
Right? But I'll put it out there. If you want to buy one, go right ahead. I'm going to buy 12 of different varying colors. And I'll be wearing them during each podcast. But since this is only audio, you'll never know.
Some bizarre plan to get a tax write-off for getting floppy hats.
That's it. All right, Jason, do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
Let's shut this bitch down.
All right. Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure out what happened.
Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to The Yarn Wall, an MT Cornfield production. Tune in next week as we continue our downward spiral into body horror. You can watch The Brood on YouTube for free. If you have any movie suggestions, or just want to tell us how much we really suck, you can contact us at moviemoratorium@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and long live VHS.
This is my dead body. I'm poking it.